Here are the top 10 scores in the NBA right now. As you can see, these are the elite of the elites with a ton of all-star appearances, and some of them have already won the MVP award multiple times, while some are hyped to become the next MVP in the near future, except for this guy right here. With 0 all-star appearances to his name before this season, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been making heads turn as the ultimate wildcard in this season's MVP race. I mean, if you just tuned in, this dude is currently averaging crazy numbers as OKC's top dog. But let's be real here, guys. People have been sleeping on him since day one, and so we're here today to put some respect back on his name and dish out some cold hard facts as to why he's the real MVP that no one talks about. Though most people tend to overlook what he's been doing this season, the OGs like KG and Paul Pierce have noticed the work he's been putting in as of late. I mean, after averaging 18.2 points on 47.3% shooting in his first 4 seasons combined, SGA is having a breakout year by averaging 30.7 points, 5.5 assists, 4.9 rebounds, while shooting at an efficient clip of 50.3% from the field, 34.8% from 3, and career best of 90.8% from the foul line across 40 games this season. With a stat line like that, I bet Sam Presti is smiling from ear to ear, as his most precious acquisition from the Paul George trade 4 years back is already having a positive return on investment, way sooner than expected. Let's face it, guys, everything that Presti touches turns into gold, and I think he's also one of the major reasons why SGA is thriving in OKC right now. He's one of the guys who knows how to make pieces fit and certainly knows how to develop a generational talent when he sees one. I mean, KD went on to become MVP. Harden also became MVP as well as Westbrook. And if we're going to follow this trend, then it's highly possible that SGA might be next in line. What surprises me most about his evolution throughout the years has been his scoring. In his rookie year alone, SGA was averaging just 10.8 points a ball game. That's almost a 20-point jump right there over the course of just 4 years. He's also shooting 12 more shot attempts than when he first arrived in the league. This season, SGA has been fully unleashed as he now has 22 games where he scored 30 or more, and he also got 3 games where he dropped 40-plus points. Now, one of those games was against Dallas last December, and right after that game, here's what Lou Dort said as to why SGA has been a problem on the offensive end this season. From being a simple defensive specialist in his rookie year, SGA has evolved into an elite combo guard when he took the reins in OKC. And as Dort said, the man has the full package when it comes to his offensive bag. Now, what impresses me most about his game is his craftiness in finishing around the rim. Off the pick-and-roll action, SGA took Zubac here, and just watch how he used his left hand to finish this one off the wrong foot. I mean, that's just pure skill right there. In this possession, SGA showed his craftiness once again. After breaking down MPJ, he goes for a pump fake as he threads the lane. And when MPJ jumped in, he then finishes this one up with a beautiful up and under. Now, aside from being crafty, he also has this Luka thing where he plays at his own pace. See, Barton thought that SGA was going to blow by him here, so he tried to shut down his right. But watch how he puts on the brakes here before shifting gears as he attacks the lane. His ability to stop and go on a dime makes him deceptively hard to guard, and according to NBA advanced stats, SGA has been quite deadly whenever he attacks the interior with a 62% hit rate, right underneath the basket and almost 47% in the shaded area. Now, you might be thinking that forcing him to shoot further from the rim will make him less efficient in the long run. But, see, the stats say otherwise, and according to Dort, that's the part of his game that improved most this season. Just like his inside attacks, his mid-range game is equally or perhaps even more lethal this season. So, it's not really a good idea to make him settle for the 15-foot J. I mean, take a look at what he did here. SGA blows by the much slower Kleba. Then after taking 2 dribbles, he drilled this tough mid-range J on top of 2 defenders as if they weren't there. According to advanced stats, almost 11% of his total shots came from the mid-range this season. And to prove just how dangerous he is from around 15 feet, SGA has already surpassed his scoring output from that range last year with 67 field goals made while shooting more efficiently at 45.6% this season. Since SGA is so slithery on the inside and deadly on the perimeter, the most logical thing to do is to get the ball out of his hands and just let the other 4 guys kill you. But the thing is, SGA can still hurt you even if he doesn't have the ball in his hands. See, what I like about SGA is he's always thinking on his feet. I mean, even before the defense has been set up right here. SGA already threads the needle with this beautiful bounce pass as Poku slides to the rim. And in an almost identical play, he quickly threw a dart to the roll man before the defense could even react. This season, Shai has been averaging 5.5 assists per ball game, but from the looks of it, this number will definitely be higher than it is right now as he improves his vision and becomes a much more complete playmaker. Now, as I said at the start of the video, SGA is slowly showing his potential in becoming a legit two-way threat this season with his much improved defense. Here, you can see that he was able to keep D'Lo in check using his long strides and length. And in this play, he was able to recover quickly and intercept the ball just in time with his long reach. His 6'11" wingspan and 6'5" frame have always been his greatest assets when it comes to defense, and this season, we're now seeing how dangerous SGA is as he finally figured out how to use his physical tools along with his elite talent to its full potential. With that said, SGA's defense is just top-notch this season, as he ranks second in steals among all the point guards in the NBA, sitting only behind Tyrese Halliburton. And when it comes to blocking shots, he currently ranks number 1 among all the top guards, which only goes to show that he's really committed to becoming the best two-way player in the NBA today. The stats don't lie here, guys. From offense to defense, SGA proved that he deserved to be included in the MVP conversation. I mean, aside from the data that we just dropped here, he sits at the 7th spot, and he's actually even better than LeBron when it comes to players that have the highest player efficiency rating. He also ranks number 8 when it comes to player impact estimate, which is a metric that gauges a player's all-around contribution to the game. And if that wasn't enough, he's also in the top 10 of a bunch of other categories, like steals, points, field goals, and free throw percentages, as well as being ranked first in both free throws and two-point field goals. One of the guys who truly understands basketball from the inside out is JJ Redick, and in his podcast, he talks about how the average fan doesn't usually see SGA's true value. SGA really has a strong case to become the MVP for real this season after all the facts and highlight plays that we just laid out here. The only reason why he's not included in the top 10 of the MVP race is that he has yet to lift OKC from the bottom of the West. In this 10-game stretch, OKC had a record of 6-4, and if they manage to string some wins and eventually grab a playoff berth by the end of the regular season, then SGA's chances of being an MVP might just go up compared to right now, where it's nothing but a long shot. Even if it means not winning the MVP award, whether it's being most improved player or being selected as an all-star, the league needs to start putting respect on the name Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the time to start is now. SGA might be the sleeper MVP this season, but Luka Doncic has been anything but. If you want to see how Luka is absolutely destroying the competition, be sure to click the video on your screen. Go ahead and click it. It's free.